Welcome to Behind the Firewall. I'm C&N teammate Lindsay Bickley, and I have the privilege of facilitating these discussions with our in-house experts as they unpack the latest topics in cybersecurity and how it impacts your business. On our last episode, we heard from Katie Clemens, our Business Banking Administrative Coordinator. She shared some tips for how business owners can protect themselves from check and digital banking fraud. Today, Katie joined us again, and we also have with us Amanda Reed from our Client Contact Center. Welcome, Katie and Amanda. Thank you for being on the show today.
Hello. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So we are excited to dive into this conversation. Today, we're going to be discussing scams that are related to social media, which unfortunately you both see a lot of in your day-to-day when dealing with our customers. We will also be discussing our Carefull platform, which is a powerful tool that can help protect your accounts and set up fraud alerts. What are some common scams that you've heard about?
So here's the reality when it comes to social media scams and how these fraudsters are really use, our lives against us. So they're doing their homework. They don't just send out random scams anymore. They're actually researching you. They're using your public posts, your photos, your comments, and even your hashtags. So if your profile is wide open, they can figure out where you live, where you work, where you bank, and even who's in your family. That information helps them craft scams that feel personal and believable. We call this social engineering, and it often starts online. So, for example, you might make a post about your daughter heading off to college. A few days later, you might get a call that says, "Hi, this is CNN's fraud department. We're seeing unusual activity on your daughter's student account." So scammers know that the more it feels real, the more likely you are to act quickly. And that's exactly what they're counting on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, that's just scary to think about, that everything is out there at their disposal. So we have them gathering information that they see online. Are there other ways that they are able to get information?
Yeah, we're also seeing that the fraudsters can create fake profiles, sometimes cloning real people or businesses, and they'll reach out through direct messages. They might ask for money or say something like, "I'm stranded and need help." Or they try to get you to click a link or join a fake giveaway or invest in a can't miss opportunity. Their goal is really to gain your trust and your information or your money.
And it sounds like they always try to create a sense of urgency, right? A dire situation.
Exactly. So here's one that hits especially close to banking: account access scams. So if you might post online somewhere that you're having a banking issue, maybe asking your bank for help online, a scammer might reply before your real bank does, or they'll ask you to click a link or verify your identity. But the truth is, that link gives them full access to your account.
Yeah. And they can, from there, do whatever they want.
Yeah. So we do recommend some ways that you can protect yourself. So when it comes to social media, always limit what you're sharing publicly. Skip the birthdays, vacations, and definitely anything about where you're banking. We suggest tightening your privacy settings on every platform.
So not doing public posts.
Right. Never click links or share personal information, even if it looks like it's a message coming from someone that you know. And most importantly, we always say verify everything. If you get a message or a call that doesn't feel right, call your bank directly using the number on, our website or maybe on the back of your debit card or what have it.
I'm going to pipe in there and say that is exactly what your bank wants you to do. This is Amanda over from the Client Contact Center. And I'm one of the ones that you're going to get when you call that number on the back. We don't call you. We're not actually out there calling you because we suspect fraud on your account. We may send you alerts. And then if you call us, we would verify your information then. But we are not going to call you and tell you that it would be an automated call that our bank sets up. And most banks will have that in place, a system in place to detect fraud. They may try to reach out to you in some way or alert you that there is a suspicion of fraud. but it is important for you to always verify that it's actually coming from your financial institution and not a spoof.
Thanks, Amanda. I don't think that can be stressed enough, that it would be them reaching out to the bank. The bank will not make these calls. Katie, did you have any more to add on that?
Yeah, I'll just close with, social media is supposed to connect us, not cost us. So the next time you're about to post or respond to a message, take a second and think about it. Could someone use this against me? So if the answer is yes, please don't share it.
Good point. Thank you. Thanks for that great information. Really, really helpful. So Amanda, we're going to kick it over to you now, and you're going to be telling us a little bit about a way we can actually protect ourselves from some of these scams and verify when we have suspicious account activity, right?
Yeah, so we actually have partnered with Carefull. They're a amazing company, and they have an amazing backstory that's actually surrounded in adult care in our later years. It's a wonderful story. If you get a chance to check out their background, I would highly recommend it. It really comes from a place of caring for our elderly family members, in helping them keep track of their finances. And we realized along the way that also includes helping them deter fraud. Unfortunately, we are seeing, I would say, a big population of the fraud and scams that we see come into our call center are sadly with our elderly customers. They are very susceptible to falling for these scams, and it's a great tool. Carefull is a great tool to combat that. So they've actually opened this up to all of our customers, not just elderly.
So tell us a little bit about how Carefull works. Is it something I can set up on my accounts?
Yeah, actually in as little as 3 easy steps, you'll get smart monitoring and alerts. Carefull then analyzes spending, bills, account balances, and even your due dates. So if something looks unusual, you'll get an alert by text or email, or even both, almost instantaneously, letting you know that they've suspected something that might be out of the normal.
So it's looking at your normal account activity, and if it sees anything that you might not normally do, large amounts of money taken out at an ATM, for example, it will flag that.
You got it. You'll be able to connect multiple accounts across all your financial institutions to get a full picture within seconds, which is 24/7 monitoring to track any misuse of your identity, your credit online. It includes identity theft insurance, and we will carefully keep an eye out for potential late payment, periods of high or low spending, gift card purchases, which is also a huge indicator that somebody may be involved in a scam. Unusually low balances. If all of their money is above a certain balance at the end of every month, and now it's not, there's thousands of dollars missing next month, you're going to get an alert letting you know that there's a large chunk of money missing. Or new bills that were set up. Sometimes we don't even realize that these scammers are actually out there using your funds to pay for their own bills. So it'll check for any recurring credit card payments or Netflix charges, etc., and look for duplicate payments. Maybe you have a Netflix account, that's great, but if it sees 2, you're going to get an alert now too, that there's extra and weird activity happening. So it's like the first service of its kind. It was designed and organized to help protect our older individuals and our customers, but it has evolved as fraud has evolved, and banking and financing in general has evolved to accommodate what's happening in the world. It's just a great tool. There's also huge benefits and added tools and features with Carefull. There's your own portal to access all of your accounts and information and see it in one place. They actually include a vault to keep track of passwords and websites that you need logins for.
Ooh, that'd be really helpful.
Well,
yeah.
It is, and it keeps it very secure, all in one place, so you don't even have to keep it written down, hidden under your keyboard.
Guilty.
I know that.
Guilty, yep.
You tell everyone not to do that, but I know you're out there doing it anyway. This is a great way to avoid that and not have your passwords written down physically anywhere where somebody can get it. So there's also articles out there. And we have a great article I found that I think it made me think of what Katie was referring to. We see a lot of Facebook phishing scams that I was looking at that article the other day. They have a huge, wide array of scam articles. They break them down and how they're broken out, and they can help you understand what to look for so you don't fall victim to one of those scams.
So it's got resources. It's got passwords. It's got alerts. If I was a CNN customer, which I am, where would I go to get signed up for this?
Actually, you can go right through our website, cnbankpa.com. If you go to the personal section, you'll see Carefull. There is a page right there that we've partnered with them. They're right on our website, and they'll link you right out to their website to get enrolled and signed up.
Well, thank you for all of those helpful tips and tricks, all that information. We are going to wrap it there. Thank you to Katie and Amanda for joining us today and sharing that wealth of information. We do hope you'll take advantage of some of the great tools that we have to protect yourself online. Thank you for joining us today, ladies.
Thank you for having us, Lindsay. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Lindsay.
This podcast is brought to you by C&M, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.